You all, welcome back to Let's Keep It Real. I am back with another video for you all. Chad, did y'all hear about Carnival Cruise? They are putting in some new rules and regulations because according to what everybody's saying out there, the ratchetness is getting out of hand. Okay, but before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Let's Keep It Real. Turn on those post notifications so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And remember, everything that we discuss is alleged. We cannot confirm nor deny, and it is solely and strictly for entertainment purposes.
Carnival Cruise said, not on my watch. We are not doing this no more. We've had enough. So if you haven't heard, recently Carnival Cruise has updated their policies, rules, and regulations on their current and future trips. So let's start off hot. That drinking package, the all you can drink, yeah, gonna get rid of that.
So if you've never been on a cruise before, just know that it is a very fun experience, but at the same time, it can turn into a whole nother experience, depending on, how people are responding on the ship while the ship is out at sea, what people are drinking, how they're partying. I've been on several cruise ships, and I have been on one that was so ratchet. When I tell you ratchet was an understatement, they was fighting in the daggone, what do you call it? Cafeteria, or what's that place where everybody go? The buffet. They was fighting in the buffet, fighting meaning like they was arguing with each other. I didn't see anybody lay hands, but they were arguing with each other over the food and the line. I mean, it was a mess. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot do this no more. Okay. So seeing this seems to be, a welcome change. And then on top of that, it was just the loud music all throughout the night, people running up and down the halls. I mean, it was crazy.
Sneaking that liquor in that wine bottle or that Listerine bottle, yeah, cut that out because they checking anything and everything that's a liquid coming on board. They open it up, they make you open it on the spot.
At the same time, I feel bad for the people that, want to party but don't want to get carried away. Like other people may get carried away, and they seem to be blaming it, according to, the internet. They're blaming it on just a group of people, and it's not the case. There's a lot of people that be on those cruise ships having them a good time and they go overboard. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. You cannot blame one group of people because that is not the case. Trust and believe. I have been on several Carnival cruises, and everybody be on there having a good time. Yes, some more than others, and yes, does it seem like it gets out of hand with the music? It does. It definitely does. And so yeah, keep that in mind. And like I said, it's a welcome change because it's past due. It's past due.
No more sneaking no more. No more all you can drinks. They getting tired of it. That little speaker that you was planning on bringing, yeah, don't. They taking any and every speaker that they find. They confiscating it. You gonna get it back out?
Who has been on a Carnival cruise and seen firsthand for themselves how, it can be ratchet? I can't use no other word but ratchet because that's what I've seen. I can only speak from my experiences. And I've been on a couple of Carnival cruises that it was really nice. It was laid back. Yes, it was crowded. Yes, they still had the loud music, but it wasn't any arguing, fighting going on or anything like that. I've never seen like a, knockdown, drug out fight, but I have seen the arguing on there. And then, like I said, it just be doing too much. Okay, I don't even know how to explain it. You have to be there to see. It's just people be doing the most. Okay, the most
to the cruise. But in the meantime, while you on there will be no outside music other than theirs. Playing rap in the club, it's out of there. They're not doing that no more. All right.
Okay, so that means that how the people that work on the cruise ship and they be standing out there on the Lado deck, whatever it's called, and they be playing the music and everybody be dancing to the music. So that means that basically they gonna stop doing all of that. That's what I'm getting from what he's saying.
They said we causing too much problems, but honestly, I don't really think it's the rap music. I think it's the liquor and the rap music because I've done all I needed to explain. Thinking you about to fight on that cruise ship and head.
It's definitely music in itself. I'm not going to say it was rap music because it's all kind of music that is played on a Carnival cruise ship. So it's definitely the music that they play. People get all excited. They're happy. They selling. They just taking the fun overboard. That's basically what it boils down to, along with the liquor intake. Liquor is spirits. So spirits do come when you drink liquor. I don't know if people understand that, but child, the spirits will come. Okay.
Back to your room like nothing happened? Yeah, pack it up. You're getting left at the next port, buddy, old pal. All right? They not going for that no more. No more fighting. They leave you at any port. If you look suspicious, they might just leave you. Carnival Cruise started to sound like TSA because any laptops, electronics, liquids over 3 ounces, take it out of the bag. Don't bring on here. We taking it all. And when you get on this ship, sit down, shut up, and ride to your destination.
I'm gonna be honest, for people that have not cruised yet or planning to cruise anytime soon. Child, when I tell you that we had a suite and we still heard people running up and down the hall just acting a donkey, I was like, now hold up, now we done paid all this money for this suite and we still hearing this? People out at 2 and 3 in the morning in the hallway. I mean, it was ridiculous. I said, this is ridiculous. Then the people next door to us, they just kept, they wasn't arguing, but you could hear the girl crying. I'm like, what did she keep crying about? She just kept on crying. So I don't know what was going on over there. And they kept slamming the doors back and forth. So
quietly. When we get there, get off. But when it's time to go, get back on and don't say Nathan. Don't ask for Nathan. In all seriousness, I get it. But at the same time, you got these people stuck on the ship.
I am not gonna lie, Carnival should have done this a long time ago because it is out of control here.
There ain't nothing to do. We're going to be at a destination in 2 days and you expect me not to get blackout drunk? Right. There ain't nothing to do. So Carnival, if you going to do this, I get it.
Actually, it's a lot to do. You can go sit out and lay on the little lawn chairs or whatever you want to call them, and get in those little cubby things with your partner and cuddle up and just look at the sea. You know, it's a whole lot of stuff to do. Walk around, going to the shops. They always got stuff going on the ship. You can shop. You can just go sit somewhere and eat. You can just constantly eat if you want to. It's plenty to do. Or you can just go back and relax and sit on your balcony, depending on if you got a balcony or not. So it's plenty to do.
But at the same time, you got to give and take. Have a board or plan on people. Ask the people what they want. Okay? You can't just take and not give back. Because if y'all keep this up, y'all gonna be looking like the Titanic. That's right. Them sails gonna plummet to the bottom of the ocean. Never to be seen again. Give and take. Give and take.
So Carnival Cruise said there would be no more fans allowed on the boat. No more fans allowed on the boat. No more boots on the ground. No more boots on the ground. And no more rap music will be played. Don't know how true this is. Speculation only. But I did search and see a list of rules. New rules for Carnival Cruise. And it did have all those things I mentioned on there. Is it targeting? Who knows? But I can tell you one thing. When I looked up Carnival Cruises on TikTok this morning, just the curiosity of the cruises and what was going on to make these quote unquote rules and regulations. If it's true, it's speculation, but I did see the reason why. When I tell you I saw a brawl going on the Carnival Cruise, a brawl, I saw not a man, I saw a lady pick up a chair and throw it at another woman. I saw a lady picking up a chair, throwing at another woman. I saw people doing things they had not supposed to be doing, like smoking something that they weren't supposed to be smoking.
Oh yeah, they definitely do that, and I'm like, why is nobody saying anything? Because I mean, it's everywhere. Okay, you can smell it everywhere. You can smell it while you're sitting on the balcony in your room. You can smell it when you're walking by on the deck, where outside. Yes, it's everywhere out there, and I just can't believe that the dogs don't pick up on it, because I thought that they would pick that up. You know, you when you coming in and they checking you as you walking through, but evidently not.
Actually videotaping this stuff and putting it on social media. That's what I can believe, excuse me. Then I saw a man, he done fell off the side of the port. They trying to get him they trying to get him up to safety. And when he get out, he telling everybody to get their hands off him and stuff. Then they put him in a wheelchair, and then he acting like he all this and that.
I remember seeing this guy. He was just loud, y'all. He was just loud, and you know, he had a drink in his hand, of course. He was just loud and screaming all loud and stuff. And I was like, what is he yelling about? He was down there having himself a good time. That's what he was doing in his mind. And then they had the little security. That's the problem. The security doesn't seem like security to me on that ship, because I'm like, if this fool get to acting a fool, what are they gonna do? How they gonna compose him? Because this dude was not no small guy, and he was drunk. All they did was kind of come and stand around in the area and just watch him. He still kept acting a fool, and nobody said anything to him. Then he eventually moved on. You know, I guess once the music had went off, because they were playing music and everybody was down there dancing. Yeah, it can be a mess where you just be like, oh, let me go somewhere and sit on down and be at peace, because I don't like all that old riffraff. You know, when I go on cruises, I like to sit back and just relax, get off at the ports and, you know, have a good time, and then come back and, just chill and just relax. Nobody wants to hear, honestly. Nobody wants, especially when you get older, nobody wants to hear all of that old loud music constantly. Nobody wants to hear all of it. And just people just, you have to be there to understand what I'm saying. Then you will see. Some people may not have a problem with it, but obviously a lot of people don't like that. And Carnival's sick of it, and now they're changing it.
Like, making a sick. I don't know. All I can say is this: if they making rules and regulations, they need to, because these Carnival cruises are getting out of hand. People can't even go nowhere with their families or more and have a good time without worrying about somebody throwing a chair or somebody stepping on somebody's foot, doing boots on the ground. I guess they get into somebody smoking stuff they don't need to be smoking on these cruises. Who wants their children to see that? Then to top it off, I saw a video, and I think it was on the cruise, where a man picked a baby up and threw the baby on the floor that wasn't none of his. Maybe the baby was 2 or 3 years old, but the camera caught him. And I think he got put in jail for, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, but it looks like somebody's child was unattended, and somebody picked the baby up, and a man picked the baby up and threw the baby on the ground. But like when you go somewhere like that, you have to keep your kids in order and stuff. So to me, those Carnival cruises have gotten out of order. So now they're putting in rules. If it's true, they're putting in rules and regulations to get some kind of order around there. Because throwing chairs at folk on a cruise, y'all, this is ridiculous.
Hey guys, I'm Nicole, your trusted travel advisor, and I'm back to talk about these Carnival new rules effective June 2025. Okay, the first one, let's get into it. It's talking about that teen curfew. Guests under 18 must follow a 1 a.m. curfew in public areas unless within a...
Child, 1 a.m. is too late, because I have heard them in the hallway 2 and 3 in the morning. I'm like, where are where are their parents at? This is crazy. And I'm not gonna even lie, it be adults in the hallway loud too. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know how they gonna enforce these rules, because you can put the rules out there, but that don't mean people gonna abide by it. So I'd like to see how they are going to enforce these new rules. Especially once you already done set off and you out there at sea and people get to doing whatever they want. I need to see how this is going to work out,
Adult 21 or above, but as they should. Okay, under 18, back in the cabin with your parents, you go. Let's talk about that fan ban. It got a lot of people upset that they're not able to that fan. You know why? Because it was causing a safety issue. Per Carnival, they said that they don't want it in the nightclubs.
But what's so crazy is that when they dancing with everybody out there on the deck as you sail off, you know how you sail off and everything, and the workers are playing the music and dancing, and then they playing the song, and then people are doing the fan. So I guess they're gonna have to stop playing that music that is going to allow them to use that fan, or any other kind of music for that matter.
Indoor dance floors, it's a safety issue. I don't know, but you can still use your battery powered fans. Okay, and it's not to say that they're not going to play the song Boots on the Ground. You just cannot have the clacking fans. All right, let's talk about that pool chair rule. Okay, leave your chair for 40 plus minutes unattended. The crew is going to move your items. Why are you doing that anyway? Okay, you're on a ship with approximately almost 6,000 people.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of hard to save your seat all day long, and you just got your towel laying there, and you probably on the other side of the ship, and then you expect for your stuff to still be there when you get back. Ain't nobody gonna be going for that. I've seen that a many a days, or either you got to get out there early. That's the same way when you fly in too, because I've flown into many places as well, and people be trying to leave their stuff in the little launcher, whatever you want to call it, and child, you don't know where them people at. And I done moved stuff plenty of times. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep walking around trying to find a spot, and your behind is somewhere on the resort, and you think you gonna come back and get this spot. No ma'am, it's gone, because you done been gone way too long, and you think that you got the right to hold this seat. No, you don't. Child, y'all must have known that hit home, because look at me having flashbacks, because that stuff used to piss me off. How you think you gonna save this seat, and you been there, and you think you gonna keep this spot all day long? No, you not, and you ain't here?
You can't hog up all the space, so if your chair is left unattended for 40 minutes or more, your stuff will be removed, and you have to get it from the crew. Okay, your behavior equals consequences. Told y'all, Carnival is not with the shenanigans anymore. Disruptive guests will be removed no matter what port they're at. okay? And no refunds, and you will be fined up to $500. So don't get on their ship with your foolishness anymore, okay? And boarding requirements. Check in online by midnight before sailing. Print your boarding pass and your luggage tags, and bring all your travel
Well, I thought everybody did that. Printed out their stuff and had it ready so when they get ready to board that day.
documents with you, okay? You have to have your ID, passport, or visa, or you cannot board their ship, all right? So those are the new updated rules per Carnival, effective June 2025. Let's hear what you think about them. Drop your opinions in the comments below.
What? Oh, what? You bogus! Hey, you bogus! Hey, I'm you bogus! You know what the fuck you did? I'll never get out there like that! You know what the fuck you did? You think you're gonna go outside and thirsty as hell! Thirsty as hell! Get the fuck out of here! Overthirsty!
Now, according to the comments of where this video came from, it was said that she was up in some man's face or something, and she's married and her husband seen it, so that's why he went off, you all. But of course, we cannot confirm nor deny any of this information.
Get your whole life! Get the fuck out of here!
Calm down, baby. It ain't working bad.